Anime for me is like an escape from reality, and I'm sure it's the same for most of you guys as well. I've often found myself turning towards anime whenever I feel low or when I just want to sit back and relax. And so I really like to immerse myself into whatever anime I'm watching. Now, there are many components like sound design, story, animation, characters, etc. which make an anime good and immersive. But today, I'm going to talk about characters and how characters can make or break an anime. So before going any further, if this is your first time watching my video, which most likely is, then subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoy what you will see next, then like and share this video with your friends. I know you enjoyed that one. Now give me my like and share. And with that out of the way, let's get right into it. I think relatability of a character development and character design are the three most important aspects of any character. Let's start with relatability of an character. Before I explain this point, let's play a game. I'll say name of two characters and you guys tell me out of these two which character you can relate the most. Take note, I'm not talking about your favorite character, I'm talking about the character with which you can relate the most. Okay, let's go. Goku or Vegeta? Okay, let's do this again. Naruto or Rock Lee? Now one last time. Gon or Killua? Comment your answers below. I hope that most of you guys choose Vegeta, Rock Lee and Killua over the protagonist. And if not, then your taste is literally comparable to shit. Just kidding. You see, most of the protagonists in the shonen demographics are almost too perfect with no visible flaws. And they always show an extreme emotion. Either they are extremely happy, extremely sad, or they are extremely angry. And there is no in between. Take note that I don't hate shonen anime. On the other hand, you take these side characters, they never get as much as glory as the main characters, and yet they are liked by more people and more people can relate to them. And the reason why more people can relate to these side characters is because they have flaws. They aren't perfect and they show a variety of emotions. You see, relatability is a really important aspect of a character. The more relatable a character is, the more people like it. And the more people like a character, the more they get invested in a show or an anime, which can really determine the success of an anime. And there are many ways to make a character relatable with their respective audience. But I'm going to discuss about the most basic ones in this video, like adding flaws. Adding flaws to a character and not making them perfect is one of the simplest yet hardest way to make them relatable with their respective audiences. But these flaws need to be relatable as well. Imagine if Akira Toriyama, the writer and the creator of Dragon Ball, had decided to make Vegeta a drunkard to make his character flaw instead of giving him superiority complex and pride. His character would have turned out to be a shit. People can easily relate to a flawed character instead of a perfect character because no one is perfect in real life and people like to see their own reflections in these characters. And besides adding flaws, making characters believable in their respective stories is also important for making a character relatable. Take Goku, Naruto or any shonen protagonist for example. I just cannot believe how these characters beat the shit out of every villain they face, no matter how strong they are compared to the protagonist. This type of unbelievable plot progression leads to a disconnect between the characters and fans, which often leads to fans not being able to relate with character. Now I'm not saying that these are the only two ways to make a character relatable, but these are the most basic ones and these are the only ones which I could think of. Now let's move on to the next point, that is character development. Character development is the process of having a character grow or change throughout the length of a story. And stories at their heart are almost about how characters change. This makes character development a really important part of any story. Character development can be caused by external struggle, which could be their setting, other characters, or even the plot itself, or even an internal struggle. Character development affects the personalities of a character, and physical changes don't count. Take note that training and fighting are not forms of character development. Having a character go under a training regime, or making them learn new moves, or having them beat a strong villain cannot be considered as character development because it is a part of plot progression, not character development. A good example to explain this point is Hunter x Hunter. In Hunter x Hunter, Gon and Killua learn many moves, they go to many training regimes, but their character development doesn't start until the beginning of Chimera Ant arc. Now, I'm not saying that a story or an anime cannot be successful without character development. If I'm watching a series or a movie which is strictly based around action, then I don't expect any character development from it. Take John Wick for example. There is close to none character development in John's personality throughout the series, and it works beautifully. But on the other hand, if I'm watching something long enough to be made into a series, then I hope some character development. A good character development can make audience attached to the characters. And the more audience, and I've said this before in this video, the more audience can relate to the character, the more they get invested in the series and the more the successful a series gets. Honestly, character development is a topic for a separate video. But in the end, all I would say that writers owe it to their audience to add at least a little bit of character development, because nothing brings more joy and satisfaction to a fan than watching their favorite character grow better slowly over a period of time. Now moving on to the last topic, that is character design. Grabbing attention of the viewers from the first episode is really important for the success of an anime. And what's a better way to do it than using your characters and their designs? For better or for worse, character designs can really determine whether people will watch an anime or not in the first place. This makes having a good character design all the more important. Besides their attitude, the first thing you perceive about a character is their design. And whether you realize it or not, character design can really affect the way you view a character in their entirety. For example, you can just look at Goku and Frieza and tell which is the good guy and which is the bad one. Having unique character designs can also pique the interest of viewer. Good example is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Character design is a powerful tool and design studios use it to express a number of emotions. Remember Gentru from Hunter x Hunter? This is him before he declares that he's the bomber. And this is him after. Notice how subtle changes in his eyes and mouth completely change how he's perceived by everyone. And this is just one example. Character designs are often used like this, but these changes are so subtle that most of the time many people don't even notice. Honestly, I can go on and on about how important character designs are, but this video has gone long enough as it is. Once again, like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I'm Crimson Weeb and I'll see you guys later. Till then, keep watching anime.